Hello teachers of English as a foreign language. It's a teacher training on teaching the four language skills. Our second skill to examine is listening. Listening skills are very important. Modern technology makes it easier than ever before for students and teachers to access listening materials. Why are listening skills very important? Listening is an active mental process that encourages students to give meaning to what they hear. Listening skills help students understand a message or information that is being conveyed. Listening skills are a vital part of being able to communicate in English. What can stop our students from listening effectively? There are some barriers that stop students from listening effectively. Number one, prejudgment. For example, when you say, I know, I won't understand. Number two, speed and clarity of the listening text. Number three, accent and dialect of the speech. Number four, poor quality and noise in the case of recordings. Number five, unfamiliar listening topic and or lack of context. How can you overcome these challenges and make listening easier for students? As a teacher, you should first listen to the listening text beforehand to make sure that the level of the material is suitable for the learners. The recordings are clear and background noise is kept to a minimum. Then you should tell the students that listening is very easy and they will understand if they focus. Next, you should prepare your students to the listening task by introducing the listening topic, talking about the context, presenting the key vocab, and encouraging students to predict what they will hear. You should also repeat the audio as often as required. Students should listen to the audio recording as much as they need in order to understand the information. Remember, we learn through practice, and it is fine to practice as much as necessary. Listening has also some skills that should be developed while achieving the listening tasks. Here is a list of the listening sub-skills. Listening for just to get the general meaning and ignore details. Listening for specific information, understanding specific words, and focusing on certain dates or facts. Listening for details for a deeper understanding of the listening text. That's listening between the lines, which enables students to infer and evaluate the information they have listened to. Now we come to teaching a listening task. How to teach a listening task? First of all, you should avoid listening to be overwhelming and make it much more manageable for students. So, the level of details required in the listening task should be built gradually. You should follow these stages in your teaching of the listening task. The first stage, introduction stage. In this stage, if there are pictures related to the listening text, refer to them to give clues to the context of the listening task. You can also present the keywords and phrases to facilitate listening comprehension. There should be an opening task to ensure that students are familiar with the topic and focused. In this opening task, you should introduce the listening text, talking about the context and the characters, and ask students what information they think they will listen to in the listening text. The second stage, listening for the first time. In this stage, you should ask students to listen for the first time. While listening for the first time, don't allow any interruptions and ask students to focus to get the general meaning of the listening text. The aim in this stage is encouraging students to focus on the key points and finding some specific information, words, dates, or facts in the listening text. The third stage, listening for details. When students are confident of the general meaning and specific information, they can move to listening for more details and answering some questions on the listening text. The last stage, follow-up stage. After the first three stages, students will be able to manipulate the information they have listened to, completing a timetable, a chart, a graph, filling in a form, classifying data, etc. That's it, teaching listening. Thank you for watching the whole video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel ELT Guide to be notified with the coming video, which will be about teaching speaking. Thank you again and goodbye.